Hidden inside a former storage warehouse in southwest London's Battersea, Drew and T have found a secret world of glamorous objects.
Shy and retiring your stuff is not.
True.
And Drew's fallen for a highly ornate 19th century mirror, but doesn't want to buy every bit of its elaborate decoration.
Can you do it for £4,000 and take the eagle off? In that price?
I can do it for 4.5 with the eagle off.
How quickly?
End of next week. Good.
Thanks very much. I had to buy that.
Never had an eagle on or off deal before.
There's a few people who will turn around and go, well, you know, you shouldn't do that. It's going to, you know, oh, it's originally, you're altering its originality, you're taking away from it. Absolutely not. I don't think so, not with that. And I am a stickler for originality, normally, but that ruins a really, really beautiful mirror. Oh. I've not been in here before.
No, so this is where all the objects are and lighting and...
Oh, I love that garden seat there.
That's fun, isn't it? Yeah.
That's loads of fun. Love that. How much is he? They sort of have a top-out price, those things.
Yeah, it can be £850.
It's a Maiolica glazed garden seat, right? This is a shape of a sheath of corn, and it's got a corn sort of wicker work, sort of faux wicker work top, but it's just glazed pot, basically. This one is in really nice condition because they were carried around a lot, plonk down on a piece of concrete or a slab and crack, damage. Frost gets to the surface of them as well. This one is in extraordinary condition.
Maiolica was a Victorian style of brightly coloured pottery, named after a more complex centuries-old art form originating in Moorish Spain. This seat was made by the late 19th century Stoke-on-Trent-based ceramics manufacturer John Adams and Company. Its distinctive corn harvest design first went on show at the 1871 London International Exhibition, held just a couple of miles north of Battersea in South Kensington. Extremely well preserved, this example could be worth around £1,200.
That large square gilt lamp, that's English, isn't it?
It is, yeah. William IV period.
What are you asking for that one?
Trade £950.
Can we get it down and have a look? Can you get it? I can't reach out.
I can get it down.
I bought one of these last time off you. Have you redone the gilding on it?
No, it's exactly as it was when I bought it.
It's just really quite smart, isn't it?
Yes.
And what would you say, £950?
£950 is the best.
£950. What about that lamp at the back there? What's that method? What's it called?
It's called decalcomania.
Decalcomania?
Decalcomania. They're prints that are coloured and then cut out and stuck to the inside of the glass. And then they paint the background colour on top.
The other two pieces that I'm really interested in are lamps, unsurprisingly. And one of them is English. It's 1825 to 1835. Bronze and gilt bronze. It's a really strong sort of masculine form to it. The next piece is decalcomania, right? So it's the art of getting a glass vase and then cutting out pieces of paper, printed paper, gluing them to the inside of the glass, and then painting the back side of that glass so it stands out on there. And this one, it's really big. And if you're doing the corner of a room and you've got, say, two sofas there, you can use a lamp table and sort of take that design up the wall and finish that corner of a room. So for that alone, I want to buy it. How much was that one?
900.
OK. So that one was 850.
850.
950.
950.
900. Can you do the two lamps for 1,700?
It was the death, really.
Was it?
It really was the best trade, yeah.
1850.
Yeah.
Can you do anything? If I took the two lamps, can you do anything on that one, on the stool?
I can do that for 800 then. I know it's not much, but it's a gesture.
I'll take all three.
Cool.
Thank you.
Great.
I chanced my arm at 1,700 for the pair of lamps. Adam said, look, it just can't be. They'd have to be 1,850. I think there's a couple £100 left in that one, a couple £100 left in that one, and the same on the bottom one there. If you add all that together, that's a decent profit, and they'll sell quick, and that's the main thing. I'll take those three pieces with me, and we'll come down for that end of next week.
Next week.
When that's been de-eagled.
Yes.
De-eagled?
Yeah.
Cool, let's do it. Thank you, mate.
Thanks a lot.
Right, let's get this lot packed up. a really good day with Adam. I love to see what he does next. His buying is flamboyant, exciting. I do like the fact that I can sort of nip in here, buy some things that really float my boat, put them in the mix with what the thing I do. It works. Usually, we would just fill the van up full of stuff, drive off into the sunset, everyone's a winner. This time, we're leaving something here, and I'm already sort of chomping at the bit, wanting the van to turn up. You know, when you're really sort of expectant about, you know, it being Christmas or your birthday the next day, and that's what it's going to be like when waiting for this mirror.
I suppose it's unusual to spend so much money on a huge mirror and then have a bit cut off it, but I think it will be a vast improvement, and I'm happy to do the work. I'm a trained restorer, so I can do the work myself, and that gives Drew a little bit more of a saving.
So, what do you think of Adam's setup?
Amazing.
Amazing things.
Great things.
So I bought the 2 lamps off him, which are great. But obviously, I think the standout piece is when we get the mirror back.
I think you're absolutely right to take that off.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't fit the rest of it. And you were drawn
Really
to it, so you're kind of going, oh, why is that there?
Yeah, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, why is that on there? It's horrible. So, yeah, an odd one. Anyway, Adam, I think, did me proud again.
Excellent.
Very, very impressive.
Having dropped their latest haul off at HQ, the boys are back on the road. This time they're travelling 160 miles north to Cumbria to meet an antiques enthusiast couple who have built a very special home to showcase their unique vision.
So today, T, we're near Kirby Stephen, and we're off to see Anthony and Jana that own Winton Park. And it's a house they've built themselves or converted from barns with a 5-acre garden that's open to the public. They have been, let's say, enthusiastic antiques buyers for nearly 3 decades, and they want to start getting rid of a few pieces. You never know. A standard, everyday house call, but to a good house.
Between the fells of the Lake Districts and the Pennines is the idyllic landscape carved by the River Eden, with, contrary to its name, a turbulent history from 10th century Norse invaders to bitter border skirmishes with the Scots. But close to the ancient market town of Kirby Stephen on the banks of the Eden is not only a paradisical garden, but a house that promises heaven to an antique dealer. The creations of local couple Janet and Anthony Kilvington.
Well, I purchased it in 1989 and got planning permission to convert a series of barns into what you see today. I became interested in antiques before I bought this place, and I've retained that interest because obviously it's a large place and there's plenty of room to put nice furniture.
Well, my interest in antiques was probably a lot later than Anthony's. I got interested once I knew Anthony.
You got interested in me first. I'm looking forward to meeting Drew and, of course, T. We've got 1 or 2 items that we're quite prepared to sell if Drew's interested.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I really am, I think. Yes, I am, really. Yeah.
Doesn't sound
bit
very
well, a bit
convincing.
apprehensive, but yes.
Here we go.
They've gone to town on the garden. Lots of fountains and stuff. Lovely.
Here we go. The house is nice.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing? Very nice to meet you. Right, so I believe you got some bits you want us to have a look at.
Okay.
Where do we start? Which room first? Okay. A normal day for an antique dealer is you will wake up and you'll have pre-arranged, ideally, calls. And a call is when somebody has rang your office, rang your warehouse, called into your shop and said, I've got a load of stuff I want to sell, can you call round to the house? Right? They're the lifeblood of this business. So you always do your calls. Right. Ah, that's a lovely room.
Oh, it's nice.
Well, this is the dupe table,
Extender.
which
A big one.
extends.
Can we open it out?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an extender.
Yeah, it
There you go.
extends, and that goes out to 1 inch short of 16 feet.
Do you have all of the leaves?
Yes.
Yeah,
do
with
have
all
all
the
of
leaves
it.
in. Yeah.
They're a marvel, these things. I love them. This is quite common in the 19th century to have tables that were quite sort of elaborately, you know, put together, real works of engineering, all these hundreds of sliding pieces of wood. That one's a really good one. Lovely. Superb. Top of the line, Rolls Royce. Fab. How long have you had it?
23 years. Was that bought in 2000?
I think it was 2000 to 2001.
2000, yeah.
Right. So it was probably best part of 20,000 quid.
Yeah. It was 15, wasn't it?
15.
Yeah. I mean, you might buy it and do quite well out of it, or you could be stuck for 5 years with it. You
Well, I could buy it, but I might have it for 5 years and I don't want it for 5 months. I've got to buy it and turn it over, ideally.
Yeah, I understand that.
Because this age of furniture is a tricky one at the moment. I can't sell it. I can't sell it. I don't have a buyer for it. So I've said, go to auction, put a good solid reserve on it, and value at auction, 6,000 to 8,000. It's still worth something. That says a lot these days. It's still worth money. It's not throwaway culture that we've got now. It's not. It's a great piece of furniture still. Right, what's to come out of here?
Chair and stool.
Chair and stool. So how long have you been collecting all this stuff?
About 20 years.
Yes, quite a long time. Isn't it?
Okay. That's of no interest to me. Those are.
Well, there's 4 of those.
There's 4 of those.
There's 4 of these ones. Where did these come from?
And I purchased them from a firm, what were they called? In the south of the country somewhere. You'll have the receipt somewhere, Janet.
I'll have the receipt somewhere,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's always interesting to know where you are with that. Is the receipt to hand?
It could be, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That would be great if you could find it, and I'll just have a quick sort of check over of them all.
I think it's the House of Lords design. The House of Commons one, that was a straight leg at the front. But the House of Lords, this is the House of Lords one.
Yeah. You are right. They are that sort of Pugin design. That type of furniture and that style, and that particular style of chair, yes, absolutely, is in the Palace of Westminster. Beautifully made. And I want to buy them because these have had nothing done to them. Nothing at all. You've seen that sort of dirty, dark feel to the oak and the worn leather. That's me.
Many of the thousands of chairs still used in the Palace of Westminster were designed in the 1840s by Augustus Pugin, who, prompted by his fervent Catholicism, introduced Gothic elements into British design. The gold portcullis stamp on the House of Lords chairs was left off when Pugin later supplied the same design to private houses. This set of 4 chairs was probably made in the 1880s, and with intact original leather seats, could be worth around £1,000.
Yeah, they're lovely. All right, okay. The bad news is they haven't gone up in price. In the what? How long have you had them? You've had them a long time, haven't you? Yeah, 21 years.
Yeah.
Ideally, I'd pay £800 for them. 200 quid each is probably where I'm at with them. That's a very honest appraisal. I think that's where the right valuation for them is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm happy with that.
You'd be happy with that?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you've had 20 years of use out of them. So, I suppose there is that. So, 800 for the 4. Yeah. Thank you very much. Deal. So, Janet says, oh, I've got the original receipt from the auction house. And unfortunately, 21 years later, they are still worth that money. Now, you can look at this in 2 ways. They've had 21 years worth of use out of those chairs, and they've got all their money back. That's pretty good. How many pieces of furniture can you buy today in a shop that isn't an antique shop, that you can walk in, buy it, and 21 years later, after 21 years of use, get your money back? Today at Winton Park with Anthony and Janet has been fun. This is the nuts and bolts, the basics, sort of how it all happens. A house call. Every antique dealer does them. Some do hundreds, some do thousands. Today we managed to buy 4 very nice chairs in the condition that I really like to buy things in, off some nice people. And then tomorrow we'll do it all over again. All sorted? Yeah. Marvellous. Thank you very much. a lovely day.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, enjoyed it immensely. And
So-
enjoy your summer when it eventually arrives.
Very interesting, actually, and quite informative. Speaking to Drew, or listening to Drew, we've learned quite a bit, actually, haven't
We have, actually, yeah. I was a little apprehensive at the first, but yes, I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
That's why she woke up at 4:30 this morning, I suppose, really.